guys, in this video I'm going to be using some scrap laying around, just some scrap metal that I've had laying around that's not being used for anything, to build a carry-all for the back of the tractor. I've been using to carry logs out of the woods, and I'm making multiple trips trying to get logs and going back and getting the scrap to use for chop up for firewood. And I've been looking into those, to the carry-alls. You can get like a Tractor Supply, and they're running about $250. And I thought, I've got a welder and several pieces of scrap metal laying around. Why not just put that waste to use and build something to hook on the back of the tractor? So I think I have spent a little bit of money, maybe 20 bucks for the pins and to hook it up on the 3-point hitch. But I think I've got enough scrap laying here to make something work. My plan is to build it big enough to haul half a rick of firewood, which is one face cord, which would be, I cut mine in 16 inch lengths. So that's going to be, I need to make my carry-all 4 foot wide and about 3 foot deep, so I can get 2 stacks 4 foot deep, 4 foot tall, and that should get me one face cord of firewood. And that'll also help put some weight on the back of the tractor for carrying the logs out on the loader. So anyways, hang with me and let's get it done. All right, I got the metal cutting wheel on here. This is just a Cobalt 12-inch miter saw. I changed out the wood cutting bit to the metal cutting bit, cut-off wheel, I guess you call it. We're gonna see if we can cut through. Now this stuff's about, I don't know, 1/4 inch thick, 2-inch tube and 1/4 inch thick. So it's gonna take a minute to cut through it. Let's see what she'll do. Not bad. I mean, it took a little time, but that sure beats using a grinder wheel on or a cutoff wheel on a grinder like I'm used to using. And then you got to worry about trying to get it squared up. And with this thing, you know, if you need to cut angles, whatever. But that's a nice square cut right there. And like I say, it certainly don't take any longer than using a cutoff wheel on a grinder. Probably quicker and a lot easier. Cleaner, no worry about squaring up the mark. Okay, I've got all the pieces cut to length for this carry-all we're trying to rig up here. So I'm gonna try my luck at welding. I'm certainly not an expert welder. I just do it as I guess a hobby. When I need something welded, I weld it. I can make it stick pretty good. Never had anything to break, but I'm certainly not an expert at it. But we'll get this right together. If you never use one of these welders, man, they're definitely a trick. I put this band on it to keep the corners from pulling out. It's going to have lumber. It's going to have pieces of lumber for the in the back here, so that'll keep it from bending in if it ever wanted to. But these straps will keep it from pulling out. We'll put some straps on the sides to keep it from doing the same. And these pieces of angle I'm welding in here on the inside are to hold the boards in place. And I'm planning on welding some here on the back where I'm putting this angle. I don't know if you can see it very well. I put this angle iron in there to hold the side boards. So that's taking up, you know, there's not much of a lip here to catch the boards that we're putting on the back of it. So I'm going to weld some of this just to kind of extend that out to have for the boards to set against, and it should hold them in place. Okay, so I put this angle in here, this angle iron in here, is to hold the boards like these. The angle is going to hold the boards in the back of the basket. And I've got, you know, I've got it welded in where to hold the boards in the side of the basket as well. These bands I'm putting on here are going to keep the walls from spreading apart of the basket. With the boards in there, it should keep them from the walls bending in, but these bands will keep them from folding out. Alright, so here it is. I finally got it finished and got a few coats of paint on it. I used Rust-Oleum primer and then some orange Rust-Oleum paint just to kind of halfway match the tractor. But I built this carrying basket, slide off like so. I used 2-inch square tube and 1/4 inch thick on the carry-all, and I wanted to build it heavy enough that I can carry at least a rick of firewood worth of weight on the back of it if I wanted to, wet, straight out of the woods. I'll be carrying saw logs on the front loader. And in the basket, I'm planning to carry rounds of firewood out, so it'll help weigh down the back of the tractor as well as save me from making twice as many trips. But I built it like this because I wanted this basket to slide off of it. So I thought in the future I might want to carry a crate back here. Might even build some crates just to stack firewood on and to keep them and split it in the woods or wherever. And I'll be able to pick the whole crate of firewood up, set it off, and not touch it again. But this basket, I built it out of, get it slid back up on there. Now I'm moving it by hand. Moving it by hand right now, but I'm getting ready to box it in with some rough cut oak lumber that I've cut on my sawmill on the Woodland HM130 Max. But that's what I built this crate out of. This box crate that I got here, I used the metal off of the crate that the Woodland sawmill came in. I saved the crate, thought it'd be useful. I'd use it for something someday. And so you get a little closer view here. Now these bottom pieces that are sliding on the carryall, those are 3-inch square tubing. That did not come as part of the crate, but I built this in a way where I can put my 1-inch oak boards down in here for sideboards on both sides, as well as back here on the back. I'll turn this piece angle, it'll hold the sideboard and the back, front, back, whatever board. And but I'm going to put the bottom in first, and then the sides and the back boards, and should work out pretty good. Now, by doing it this way, I won't have to screw any boards in. Now, they might be a little loose and flop around a little bit, but they shouldn't go anywhere. And the only thing I would do different if I was doing this again, I would make it bigger. I made this thing, you know, it's I can't remember, 4 foot wide, 3 foot tall, I think. I would probably go make it big enough so you could haul a full rick of firewood in it. Which, I mean, I can still haul full rick in this one. I can make 2 stacks and put me some taller sideboards on it so it don't fall out. But I'd probably make it a little bigger. There was enough metal that came in that HM130 Max sawmill crate that you could go a little bigger and still have plenty of metal. I had some metal left over on this, not a whole lot, but also one thing I probably will add in the future is right down here I'll probably drill and put a pin in it, just so if no danger of it sliding off, which it probably won't anyways, but I don't know, I thought that might be something I'd add.
Alright guys, there you have it. Should work out pretty good. Be able to haul firewood on the back and saw logs on the front, going in and out of the woods and making, this should eliminate half of my trips in and out of the woods. I built this thing, it's just under 4 feet wide, like a half an inch shy of 4 feet, and it's about 2'9" deep, so it'll allow me to haul 2 stacks of firewood and won't hardly be a rick, because unless I do some modification to it, it's only, you know, I can get, it's about 2.5 feet tall, which I mean I can put some sideboards on it and run them on up and haul a taller stack, but this should work. If it was a do-over with, I'd probably build it a little bit wider, but I was worried about how with it being too wide, it'd be hard to maneuver around, you know, getting through the trails in the woods and several tight places. But I would build it a little bit bigger. There was enough metal in the out of the sawmill crate to make it, certainly make it wider, because I had metal left over. But anyways, if you got metal laying around and got a welder, you know, you can build this stuff. Certainly you can custom build it to what works best for you, and it saves you some money, kind of, you know, buy it from a manufacturer. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends, and keep an eye out for future videos. We'll be putting this thing to use, and lots more coming. Got a lot of plans for this summer, as soon as things dry up a little more. But this channel, I do a lot of DIY type stuff. If that's the kind of person you are, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for future videos. Thanks for watching.